Hello, Arsenal fans, and the title of this video is obviously a bit negative, but we have to be negative right now because I have seen a video of that AFTV guy saying that we need to be positive, we need to be supportive. We have been supportive for so many years throughout. We have allowed Arteta to gain the experience to learn all the things he needs to learn to win a title, and he has been so close. Like Arteta seems to me like a guy who is scared to he is literally scared of how high he can fly, so he gets scared of how high he can reach. That's literally Mikel Arteta. He's very much scared of his own potential, and he's sort of he is a trauma bound man. He has had traumas, he has lost titles, and he's so much focused on why he lost those titles, what he did, that he has completely changed his philosophy as well. You cannot convince me that if a manager brings in Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus from Manchester City to turn our whole to turn the whole sort of destiny of Arsenal Football Club, to turn the whole image of Arsenal Football Club, to turn the whole environment, the playing style, the way we are looked, and to compete like we did in 2022-2023 season. That's literally that man himself now coaching a team that cannot make two, three passes together in the middle of the pitch. Throughout the season, I have been saying these three triangles where we do not form combination plays. We do not form combination plays. And you know what? If you don't want to hear me, like listen to Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola himself, when asked about this, has said, but when the ball is passed through the middle, the attacking players receive it ready with their bodies on their sides in an attacking position. Literally. And look at us. Now I'll show you how we play. Look at this Declan Rice pass. I'll bring myself here. Now, if you look closely at Declan Rice, look at Ebereche. Ebereche is a non-existent, never on the ball. So Declan Rice has to be doing everything. Zuimendi and Ebereche are stationary in their position. That is fine. That is fine. This whole structure is fine. Gyökeres is fighting with their centre backs, waiting for the cross. That is fine. But look at Timber's run. Three players are there. If you even attempt once to make that pass to Timber, we are in. But we never do that. What Declan Rice does in this position is pass to Madueke, who is on the other side, who is not even visible on the screen. So we are so afraid of making that difficult pass, of losing the ball, that we always choose the safe option. That is our first instinct to like choose the safe option. And Declan Rice is one of those players who does not have it in him to make that pass, to make that through ball. And that if he is your number 8, if he is in so many advanced positions, if he is pressing, he is doing everything, he needs to be doing that. And you tell me, oh, okay, Declan Rice does everything. He presses, he does that, and he did that, and he did that, and he tackled hard, and he was the only one fighting, he was the one shouting. What impact does that leave on the game? That leaves an impact he would have left for West Ham as well. He would have done the same for West Ham as well, and West Ham fans would have been happy with that. That look at him running around, showing heart, tackling hard. A top tier team, a big six club, a title winning team would expect more from his midfield. What I am seeing right now from Gyökeres, from Declan Rice, from Zuimendi, one game hot, one game cold, and all the other players, Abreche, Eze, even the Kai Havertz and Gyökeres partnership people are talking about. Mediocrity, mediocre at best. And who people are criticizing? Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard. Both players have been struggling with injuries. Bukayo Saka's hamstring nobody talks about, but after the surgery, he has fallen off a little bit. Martin Odegaard has been having a lot of injuries this season. He's again limping, and I don't know how his status is right now. But the moment Martin Odegaard came in, he started dropping deep, for which Arteta has blamed Martin Odegaard. The fact that Martin Odegaard has to drop deep is not Martin Odegaard's fault. It's literally our midfield's fault. It is literally our coaching's fault, because we have made our midfield so redundant. and the combination plays is no factor for Arsenal Football Club, that Martin Odegaard has to drop deep because our midfielders are not good enough to be passing through the lines. So that this very quote from Pep Guardiola, which he said, I'll have to really focus on this quote. But when the ball is passed through the middle, the attacking players, who are our attacking players? Victor Gyökeres, Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, and Trossard, or whoever is playing on the left wing. Those players receive the ball in attacking position with bodies on their sides in attacking position, not with them facing the side of the pitch, not in these areas. They're not. When you pass to these areas, the player is always seeing this side. The vision is this side. The vision is never this side. The vision is always this side, and then he has to pick the ball up, then he has to look at this side, and then he looks this side. But when you pass here, if you pass the ball to the players here, they receive the ball, they turn, and they are immediately looking this side. So that is what Pep Guardiola means. If you're not looking at the goal, what are you going to do? The time between you making a pass and you making that line breaking pass, you making that, like you shooting basically at the goal, the time difference increases when you're not facing on the goal. So literally I have no idea how Mikel Arteta has changed his philosophy so much. We had Grand Xhaka. The moment we sold Grand Xhaka, our fluidity left the chat. Like Zinchenko, we had Zinchenko. He was disrespected because Mikel Arteta has made an atmosphere in the team. Remember when Unai Emery came, we started villainizing players like Mesut Ozil, Aaron Ramsey was sold, Santi Cazorla was sold. Who were the great players? Matthew Guendouzi, Joe Willock, Aubameyang. Players who could shoot from outside the box, who could run through, not the players who can make line breaking passes, who are actually elite progressors of the ball. So your managers define what the fan base likes. In a Pep Guardiola system, nobody would like a runner, a tackler. Everybody would like a Kevin De Bruyne making line breaking passes at David Silva, Bernardo Silva. Nobody would like a hustler. Obviously, they have Haaland, but look at Manchester City's fan base. They would also be very frustrated with Erling Haaland a lot of times because he does not feature in the game much. Because Pep Guardiola's system are not about players being effective. It's about players being dominant, players being skillful, players being elite, players being better than their opposition every single game. And Mikel Arteta has completely thrown that out of the box. He has gone for all physicality. Brentford and Arsenal's football is very similar. They literally have a creative player named Damsgaard, and we have Odegaard, whatever that means. Like they literally depend on one Damsgaard, that creative player, and all the other attributes of them are based around physicality, and that is Arsenal Football Club as well. So that is my problem. That is why we are not succeeding, because even when we are trying our best, even when we are doing our best, our instincts are wrong. And how do I talk about instincts? I will talk about instincts by showing you one more example. Although my screenshot is not good enough for this one, but you will have to bear with me because I'm doing this for the first time. We talked about how Declan Rice will always choose to pass to Madueke and never that pass to Timber, tracking his run. Now here people are talking about this a lot. Martin Odegaard's vision, and obviously I agree with a lot of people that he should have passed to Victor Gyökeres. But look at how the team is coached. First of all, if Martin Odegaard is not there, we are not even winning these sort of balls because our press is not good enough. So we need Martin Odegaard for the press, and that is a good attribute of our team. That was one of our strengths. Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli pressing hard with Martin Odegaard. That was are one of the best attributes of 2022 season as well. That also is a attribute Pep Guardiola very much emphasizes on. But look at Victor Gyökeres' position here. He needs to be running through the middle, and obviously I'll show you because I have not taken the screenshot well. So basically, this is the goal. I'll draw it here to be more clear. These are two Brentford defenders. They have so much gap between them. Martin Odegaard wins the ball in this point, and he has to jump. So when a player jumps, he will have to take one more touch of the football, because you cannot just jump and just pass. That cannot happen in one move, because you will have to stabilize your body after jumping. Basic, if you have played football, if you understand how human body works, that is the basic thing. He is not anyway anyway you might expect him to take one touch here and then sort of pass it to these positions. It was even easier pass, I would say. It was more easier. These defenders were there, Gyökeres was there. Gyökeres was basically here. So where would you expect Gyökeres to be? If you expect Martin Odegaard to pass that ball, where do you expect Gyökeres to be? You expect Gyökeres, you expect the pass to go kind of here, and you expect Gyökeres to make a run here. So basically, he can get a chance. The defenders will close in, obviously, but he will still have a good enough chance to score that goal. Now, if we look at this picture and Gyökeres' positioning, Martin Odegaard takes the ball here, but Victor Gyökeres' position, he's running behind the defender. He's not running inside that area, he's running behind the defender. And Trossard is already making a run there. Declan Rice is also making the run there only. In the But Declan Rice run is fine. He's finding the space where it is, and Martin Odegaard finds him. But look at Gyökeres trying to run there. Have no idea why he's trying to run there. And it has to be coaching, because generally, if a player sees space, he will go there. And it is not like when Martin Odegaard brought the ball and he did not pass, then he had to move there. I think this is basically how they are coached. They are not told to attack the middle of the pitch. They are so prone to attacking wide. They are so prone to attacking behind the defenders. They have forgotten how to go between the defenders. And that is shocking, because if Gyökeres also keeps running inside, Martin Odegaard would literally have two options. Right now, Gyökeres makes himself completely unavailable in this position. If Gyökeres runs in the middle of these two defenders, Martin Odegaard would have one option to slide it through to Gyökeres, and that would also drag the defender he is close to near the goal, near the central areas, which will make it more space for Trossard, which will make more space for Declan Rice making that diagonal run. So basically, this is all I feel like this is all coaching. This is all timid football. This is all scared football. I don't know. This is self sabotage. This is not even like timid football. This is self sabotage of what we are doing, what our instincts are. Like I don't know how we will learn. We learned when we played against Newcastle. Literally, Martin Odegaard came on the pitch. He played with Abirecheze, and then we attacked. Lo and behold, we had a great run. We were very positive. We were doing really well. Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka were injured. We were still doing very well. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he starts playing a Mikel Merino, Zoe Mendy, and Declan Rice midfield. The same midfield that we played against Bournemouth, and we were absolutely shocking. So, like, I cannot believe that someone can not take the learnings from Newcastle and completely forget that. And news like we have hired a new throw-in coach, this and that. You are making my football team very unlikable. I cannot relate to this football. I cannot relate to our wins. I cannot even be mad at our losses or draws, even though we have not had too many losses this season. But all these draws, I cannot even imagine. Like, it is actually draining the energy out of me as an Arsenal fan. And this is supposed to be when we are top of the league. Something has to give, because obviously we are getting fooled by our position right now. We are getting fooled by what we did when we were good this season. Right now, for a long period of time, it's been 1 or 2 months, we have been absolutely awful. And it has to be somewhere for the coaching. And the fact that our only positive is that Gyökeres can now have a good first touch shows our standards. The fact that we are missing Kai Havertz, who is not a good footballer, who is not a good midfielder, and we want to play a 4-4-2 system. 4-4-2 system in 2026 for a title winning club. A lot of things are wrong. We are going in the wrong direction. We are going in the wrong path. And good players will be villainized, bad players will be made hero, until we again fall off, and then people will realize what we did to ourselves. The same thing happened with Unai Emery. He villainized the creative good players, and where is Matthew Gunduzi? Where is Joe Willock? A lot of things are talked about in the heat of the moment because it's trendy. It's very cool for everyone to hate Martin Odegaard right now. But yeah, very soon we'll see what happens without Martin Odegaard. Very soon, if we sell Martin Odegaard, consider if we sell Martin Odegaard next season, and we are left with our two creative midfielders of Ebereche Eze and Kai Havertz, we will surely be in a top four race, and we won't even qualify for the Champions League spots. I can promise you that. I can absolutely promise you that if we sell Martin Odegaard and rely on Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz is fit for the whole season, the drop off would be so insane. You would not even realize that team can play football. This team can play football. Anyway, that is all. And yeah, it's on Arteta, it's on Arsenal Football Club to make me positive, to make our fans positive. It's not our responsibility. I am not here shouting Arteta out. I'm not here shouting that we should just forfeit the season, etc., etc. I'll be supporting. I'll see the vegan game as well. But if you expect me to support this football and to support this direction of my football team, that is absolutely pathetic of you to think that I would support this brand of football and I would support players like Kai Havertz, Victor Gyökeres, because technicality is the way to uh, be the top playing team in Europe, in the Premier League, everywhere. In no way, shape, or form can a physical team dominate the world. And if you want to win the biggest trophies, you have to be technically good. And the technical level of this team, the first touch, the passing, the vision, everything is pathetic. And it's on Mikel Arteta, his recruitment. Andre Berta, everyone is so happy about Andre Berta. He's just signing names. Give me a Zinchenko for 30 million who can actually pass the football. Give me a player who can actually pass the football, have the vision, combined with players in the midfield. Give me a coach who can teach that. Mikel Arteta is not a coach, he's a manager. He's supposed to be responsible for the mentality, for the coaches he hires, for the players he gets, and the brand of football we play. Every time blaming Martinelli for the chances we have missed. We get two chances, Brentford get five chances, and Mikel Arteta can easily come here and say, "Oh, we missed the chance. If that goes in, we win the game. If four other chances of Brentford go in, we lose 5-1. Who will talk about that?" And our defenders are in so much pressure because they know we cannot score a goal, and they know that if we concede even one goal, it is over. And William Saliba was injured. Sorry, he was not even injured, he was ill. One game, William Saliba is ill. Our central progression actually happens one time when we occupy the middle of the pitch, because the whole team, obviously, in this game, Declan Rice once got the whole middle of the pitch, and he decided to pass to Hincapie so he can cross the ball. That defined Arsenal Football Club. But okay, leave alone that. Leave alone that incident as well. What was I saying? Uh, yeah, William Saliba. Sorry, William Saliba. When he finds himself He sees there that this space is empty. Our attacking players are not here. Our attacking players are all here in this line, and our centre backs are in this line, and then random fullbacks are getting here. So William Saliba sees that only in the central areas the fullbacks are there. He runs himself to these positions and tries to pass here or here. William Saliba is our most progressive man. He's our most creative man through the middle of the pitch because he looks at the game. He realizes that literally there is nothing in the middle of the pitch, and the teams don't rate us in the middle of the pitch. They leave that space alone because we won't attack it. And yeah, that is that. So we missed that as well in this game. And obviously, William Saliba is the best defender in the world for me. So if he is not in the team, we'll obviously struggle. And yeah, that is what happened. Mikel Arteta's uh, team changed when we played Brentford, and Ben White was centre back all 5 years ago. We went away. We were out muscled by them. 5 years later, we are top of the league. We are top of the Champions League. We have done everything well. We have made the whole journey out, and we could not compete with them technically, physically, energy wise, or nothing. This could have been a defining game where we win this game and we show that the growth we have had and why we deserve to win the league. But we were timid, we were sad, we were scared. So change that, Mikel Arteta, so that I can support you. I've been supporting you for 5, 6 years. I've rooted for you to succeed. But enough is enough. I cannot support you in what you are doing right now. You have to change for me to change my opinion. So change my opinion. I'm ready for that. I want Arsenal Football Club to win. I want you to succeed, but not like this. This is not it. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'll see you after the Wigan game, looking at how we played, what tactical changes if we made any. Yeah, bye.